I think something people don't talk about very much is like if you like live in the Midwest, there's like there's really no one around you, you know. Like you're just kind of in this liminal space of like farmland and like suburbs, but there's like no one really around. Like I went on a walk today and there was no one. And like it's nice to go to school and like you'll see someone that you know like a couple times a day, but it's just this, I don't know. I know people would call it like, oh, like this is like the epidemic of loneliness and like it's parasocial and stuff, but it's like I don't know. I don't know if it's always been this way. I feel like when I think back to like medieval Europe, like there weren't that many people around like a few hundred years ago, and it probably was just like super lonely. But that's why you have books, right? And I've been reading Dracula, and I just finished Frankenstein. I reread it, and I just got a new tube of paint, and that's really exciting. It's vermilion green, so that's cool. It's one of my favorite colors. It's huge. I ordered the wrong size, and it glows. Look at that. It's really pretty. And whenever I get lonely, I just put on makeup. I get glammed up, you know? I feel like if you ever get lonely, the best thing you can do is get dressed up, try on clothes, and do a photo shoot, honestly. And I've been drawing too. I have another sketch to show you. This one. Oh, it's so faint. Wait, can you see that? A little? Maybe? It's pretty faint. And I got published in The Classicist, which is like a magazine for classical architecture. I got published in their student work, which is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. I'm also wearing earrings. I don't have my ears pierced, but they're just clip-ons. And they remind me of Lord Byron. I like learning about Lord Byron. And the Byronic hero. I feel like the Byronic hero is underrated because he's or she is like just enough of a villain that it's interesting, while they're just enough of a protagonist that you can root for them too. I have been reading, other than Dracula, Milton's Paradise Lost, which features the satanic hero, which is an interesting concept. And it was definitely a concept that was lauded in romanticism in, oh gosh, I forget when it was published. Romanticism started 1789 and ended 1832 or 34. At least English Romanticism. Pretty sure on those dates. Yeah, because 89 was that was the French Revolution. That was the storming of the Bastille in July 14th, yeah. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, romantic poetry. I've really been enjoying romantic poetry. Particularly John Keats has always been a favorite, but Also, Percy Shelley. I wasn't familiar with Percy Shelley's work very much, maybe a month ago, and I'd only read a couple of his pieces, but I really like his collection of odes. I appreciate how subtle he is when crafting a sonnet or an ode, or, a lot of his literature has like double meanings just in the way of how it's organized and how it's structured. Um, like the rhythm or the mechanic that he uses in his prose like backs up his symbolic meaning, and that's really interesting to me. Yeah, so I think reading is a good solution to loneliness. And creating art videos.